First of all, it's 4:07 a.m. and I got monetized maybe like 20 minutes ago. And the only thing that didn't stop me from getting on here sooner was I was like setting up everything in the little studio back office or whatever on YouTube. But I wanted to get on here and say thank you to all my aura babes. I know half y'all are not going to see this because it's like 4 a.m. But I wanted to say thank you to you guys for everybody who's ever tuned in, um, people who have trusted me with their messages, and people, and those of y'all that are my loyal day ones that stuck it out with me, even when I be having to cuss the people out that be coming through with the nonsense, subscribing to my channel just to try to come for me. But I don't know. I feel like I just wanted to come through and tell y'all that anything is possible. And it took me, today is April 15th, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, April 15th. And it's April 15th, 2025. And I started this channel. Like I dropped my first video January 10th of 2024. Yeah. So it took me a year. And I was really monetized a couple days ago. It just took YouTube a minute to catch up, like in the back office. But we're just gonna call it a year and wait, a year and 3 months and 5 days. That's what we're gonna call it. That it took me to get monetized. And I don't know, I just wanna preach to the word of relentlessness and grit. Cause I feel like they don't tell you this kind of shit. Hey Adele. Hey y'all. But yeah, when you trying to get monetized or you trying to chase any dream, they don't really tell y'all this shit. And I feel like once I started trying to really get my bag and chase my dreams, everything started hitting the fan. Like shit started hitting the fan. And spiritually, you guys, I figured out what it is. Like it's just like people, when you chasing your dreams, you're changing. Like when you wake up and you decide you want to chase your dreams, you change the energy. So it's just like if you get on an airplane and you know how you got to get it up in the air. So you know how that analogy they talk about where you just got to go super fast to get up in the air so you could coast. That's what it really is. It's like you going from, you're literally changing the direction that you were going. So it's like everything is going to come at you because you're changing the direction energetically you were trying to go. So for example, y'all, like so many things happened to me. And it was like so many traumatizing things when I started chasing my dreams that I don't know, like when some of the things happened because my brain blocked them out. But I know right when I was starting tarot, I'm not sure if I had started the channel yet. My best friend and two of my godchildren died all together, two of my four, and they were her kids, those two. And so that was like a mess. And then a year later, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get on my shit now. And then like I started getting really sick. And hey, Maria, how you doing? Um, this why I be blocking them, but I don't even care tonight. But yeah, I had got really sick and like my body would be hurting like in my stomach area. And then I noticed I had like started getting bags really bad. And then I was like, I couldn't eat or anything and I would just be dying or whatever. And I didn't know what the hell was wrong with me. So it turns out I had went to like the hospital thinking I had like kidney stones. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I had was like hoping I had fucking kidney stones, seriously. And I was like, "Oh, they'll just give me a pill and it'll dissolve it, it'll be fine, and I'll just pass them." And they were like, "No, you have gallstones." And I was like, "Okay, cool, y'all will give me a pill for that." And they're like, "No, it's a lot of them, and your gallbladder has to come out." And I was like, "Okay, like, so what can we do meanwhile? And like, when can I come back? I'll like schedule that out." And they were like, "No, it has to be today." And I was like, "What?" So I remember like crying my eyes out, and that was July of last year. July, that's a lie. It was June of last year. And I remember calling my chef and I was crying and I was like, I don't want to get my gallbladder out. And he was like, "You have to." And they were like, "Oh, it's just so quick. It'll be out and then you'll be done." And no, it wasn't, you guys. It was so bad. And I feel like I had the worst doctor ever. And then the nurses were like arguing with me after, and I was like in 12 out of 10 pain. And I was just like screaming out when I woke up. And I was like, yo, I know, like, I always had in the back of my mind, y'all, I was like, I know my channel is gonna get monetized because it's too much shit coming at me. Then a month later, I was talking to my mom one day because she called me because she was sad. She would always call me if something was wrong first, just like, I don't know, I was her soft place. And she was telling me about her friend that was dying. And then I was like, oh, she was like, I know I woke you up. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna just talk to you. And this is a less, I'm still healing from like the surgery, you guys. Then after that, my mom died. Like she went into a coma the next day. And then I had to like make the decision a week later to pull the plug on her. So I was like, so I like went through a lot to get this channel up and running, y'all. I tried my hand at YouTube so many times since I was like young. And it was really hard to get it monetized or whatever. But this time I was like, it does not matter like what it takes. I'm gonna make it happen, right? And I just like I said, it was just so much shit that came at me. Um, then when my mom passed, like I can't say all of them. Like my auntie was always in my corner and her children and some of my cousins, but my mother's other siblings, they were trash. And they like made the worst time of my life even more worse than the worst time in my life. Thank you, Maria. So like, I don't know, I just want y'all to know that when I be talking to y'all in the readings, um, when I be talking to y'all in the readings and I be giving y'all advice, it's purely from experience. Especially, I don't know, it just breaks my heart when I see people like when I'm looking at y'all energetically and y'all, oh, I forgot to tell y'all about that. Um, how I was getting, you know what I'm saying? People was trying to put me in weird situations and play me and embarrass me in front of people in love situations. And I was like, man, fuck you, fuck this. Cause it's just like the enemy will send the things when you on the horizon of getting shit done. And it's cause like the negative of the world does not want you to win. And it'll come in the form of family members, uh, significant others, anything that could tear you down and make you feel like you're not worthless. I mean, you're not worth getting to the end goal that you're trying to get to, it's going to come. And it make me wonder, y'all, like, I'm like over here, like, boohoo crying over, like, well, I got a reason my mom passed and all that. And it was just so much shit going on with my godchildren and my best friend. But it made me wonder, like, I know their moms and them didn't pass away, but like Kai Cenat and DDG, I'm like, what the hell do they go through behind the scenes? If you know what I mean? Because they tracing huge dreams. So I was just telling myself, I'm like, yo, I was getting weary when it came to the end, y'all. Cause my thing is I like to upload 3 times a day because this is my dream. And I was like, I don't wanna like I just want businesses and YouTube. That's it. I don't want to do like a 9 to 5 or anything like that. That was never my thing, you know? And I was like, if I could just get something off the ground, we'd be straight, right? So I still like I have clients and all of that, but I and my t-shirt company and everything, but God always told me that this is the vehicle that's going to take over to fund everything. Like it's going to replace everything. Like this will run everything. And so I don't know, y'all. I don't know, I started getting tired is what I'm saying. And then I was like, yo, I can't be burning out. And I had to remind myself, I'm like, this is my dream. And in the past 3 days, every season is always aggressive for me because people just be in that weird ass, the aggressive side, like the shadow side of Aries energy is very strange. And so I was just like, yo, all right. So some shit came at me yesterday. I know I got to deal with some shit today, and like I've had to come out of my bag already and put a couple bitches in their place. And I'm just like, you know what? I told myself, I was like, you about to get monetized in a second. Like I was just waiting on that watch hours to count, and it got so close up. I was like, it's either gonna be today or tomorrow. And I was like, nothing can ruin your day, yo. It's just the enemy trying to send things to ruin your day. So I don't know, y'all. I just want to tell y'all to make sure if you tracing the dream, I don't care how far it is, because that shit gets lonely and like sometimes your family and friends are not gonna understand when you can't come outside and play because you chasing your dreams every single night. But it's just like, and it weighs on you, but it's just like you gotta do what you came here to do because like niggas be out here living like they get to live twice. And yeah, they say reincarnation is real, y'all, but have y'all been reincarnated that you remember? I mean, if you do, cool, but and if we do, I'll try my hand at it again. I know some people were like, this is hell, I'll never come back here. I'll try my hand at it again. Only if I could see my life first. But people be out here living like they live, they get to live twice. And I'll never forget this saying. I hate that he said it now, but I'll never forget this saying that, like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't him. It was T.I. I like T.I. T.I. was saying, he was like, y'all partying on Friday, then you out Saturday, you done party the whole damn weekend, then you trying to hit happy hour on Tuesday, then Thursday, and he was like, I'm confused. What are you celebrating? Like, what was the last win you had? Get a win and then celebrate something. And that always stuck with me. And I always felt like anytime I heard an entrepreneur talk, it's like, I don't know, they would grab me, they would just grab my attention. And it's always been in me. And I'm a team player first, but I never wanted to be like no worker for the rest of my life. So, and I always told myself, I'm like, if I get monetized, the fucking game is over, bitch. Like, so, I don't know, but I will be doing classes on how to get monetized for those of y'all that do want to start a YouTube channel. And I will be doing tarot card basic teaching classes too. And they will be really affordable, like super cheap, because I don't know, I feel like it's just not enough people that give out the game. Everybody want to be a gatekeeper. So I don't know, but I just wanted to thank y'all for tuning in always, even if you just pop in and hit a like, if it's not your type of reading that night or whatever have you. And yeah, a bitch is monetized. But what y'all be up? Y'all be up late, some of y'all. Like when people will be popping in, I'm like, how y'all? It be all times of the night. Y'all just be up. Like when I get in this bed, well, I'm in the bed now, but when I get in this bed, y'all, I'm going to bed. I was watching New Girl too. And I don't know. And y'all know another thing though, I was thinking about like I don't know. I when I first started YouTube in general, like on my main channel, because I have another channel, I was like, I'm gonna be the YouTuber that collab with everybody. And now that I finally like got I went through moments when I was coming up on this channel, but now that I'm monetized, I'm like, I don't know that I want to collab with people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I kind of like my solo dolo mission, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. Cause there is one guy I seen he collab with people a lot. He be chilling. Like he's a chill vibe, and that's what I bang with. But everybody else, it's like I'll see them collab, especially in the tarot community, y'all. I'll see in a lot of the communities. I'm not just gonna blame the tarot community, but in the tarot community, I'll see them like collab with each other. And then it's like they be like this, and then they like fall out and then be like, I can't stand other tarot readers. And I be like, what the hell happened? Like, wasn't she just cool with her last week? Wasn't he just cool with him last week? So I really be confused, y'all. And I see it happen so often that I'm like, it make me really, really feel like that might not be the best energetic route for me. And then also too, I feel like because I've watched certain collabs. I remember these two girls were collabing, and I don't remember their names. I don't remember the names, but at this certain particular point, I did watch them because I used to like to learn tarot cards by watching how people, well, a portion of the way I learned was like watching how people interpreted them. And after a while, I could tell who was pulling stuff out of their ass and who wasn't, y'all. Um, and these two women were like collaborating. And it's one of the girls, like, no matter how many videos of hers I watch over months and months, because I'll give somebody a really fair chance. Like, I'll pop in every now and again just to see. There was never one video that resonated with me. But I was talking to my cousin a couple months ago, and my cousin brought up one of the girls. I really can't remember their names. And my cousin was like, "Oh, I watched so and so. That girl be on point. She always resonate with me." And I was like, "Really? I have never had a video resonate from hers." And my cousin was like, "What?" And so I was telling her how I think that universally your readers are your readers. Like, I'm not going to resonate with people who are not meant to be my subscribers. Like, I'm just not, you know? And that's why I be so okay when people like unsubscribe. I'm like, that's cool. Like, that's cool. You know, because I don't want you. Who wants to sit through a damn message that doesn't resonate with them day in and day out? So I don't know. But yeah, y'all, I'm just up in the middle of the night. Like, I already had an ugly cry the other day because um my best friend, she's gonna let me do it. I know she is, but she's gonna hate when I ask her this. Um, I had told her that I was monetized because I showed her that I was in another office or whatever, not in the studio one, but I have another side app or whatever that calculates it way quicker than YouTube does. And so I had wrote her and I was like, well, I texted her and sent her a picture and I was like, I'm monetized, bestie, basically. And she sent me this voice note that she was so proud of me. And she was telling me, like, just, reminding me like a real friend do of all of the things that I've been through and all the adversities and how it's been like um, an honor for her to watch, my journey. Cause y'all, I really be about the shit that I say. Like people, I guess they say that you shouldn't say this. They be like, if you real, then you don't gotta say it. Like, I don't believe that. Now, if you say that shit constantly, I do feel like it might be some cap in your rap. I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like that's what you earn if you real. Like you could say that shit every now and again. That's why I don't mind certain rappers. That's why I like rappers. But y'all, she will tell y'all I stand on every bit of business I say. Like how I be telling y'all to leave these men and these women, I be like, get them the fuck out. I don't care if you crying, sliding it down the wall. Get them the fuck out of your life. You will not cry over the same person forever. Move on. It's 8.7 billion people, 7.8 billion. I might have mixed that up in the world. Fuck enough, okay? And there's even if you tried for the rest of your life to date all of them, you'll never get around to it. So go ahead and try your hand. There's more than enough options. And she'll tell you, I stand on that. And she'll be like, dude after dude, if you as soon as you come with that shit or another bitch call me or anything weird's popping off, you got to go. I'm not sticking around to see about it. I don't want to see about it. I don't care. It's weird. Get out of here. Because 9 times out of 10, it is what you think it is because we know, y'all, our intuition be on 10. Like, and I'm just not, shit is strict around here. I'm not doing it. And so she'll always be like, I don't know how the fuck you're like that. I'm not that strong. And I'm like, you are. Like, you just gotta accept the fact that shit gonna hurt sometimes. Then y'all, let me tell y'all this is such a side conversation, but let me tell y'all this other trick that helps me. I'll watch like dramatic TV shows and then like in my mind be like take on that character. Like, who is it? If you haven't watched Grownish, y'all, Grownish is my shit with Yara Shahidi. Ugh, like, I swear Yara is me, like, especially in my younger years. Well, her name is Zoe on there. How she like get in these situation with these men and then be like, but my life, what do I need to do about this? Like, what do I do? And then she's always like making them the option and then she wants them, but then when they want her, she doesn't want them. And then she had them following her everywhere around the world, trying to shock her and surprise her. And then she's like, eh. And then when they don't want her, she's like begging them back and then sad about it. And then she be on to the next one. So like watch characters like that have a whole bunch of drama or whatever. And how they choose themselves, like how she still went to college. She was still that girl in her designer bag no matter what was going on. And she still showed up every single day dressed to fucking kill no matter what tea was going on, no matter what drama was going on. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm channeling Zoe. What was me? Like, boy drama is a part of the problem. Like, I mean, it's just a part of life. So that, and then for the longest time, I was like, I would tell my bestie all the time. She would tell y'all, I'd be like, pick a celebrity you want. If you ain't got no inspiration and you ain't got it in your life, pick the celebrity that's the badass one you wish you would be like, and mimic those actions until it becomes a part of you. And so mine for a long time was Megan Thee Stallion. I always be saying that's my little sister in my head. Cause Megan had lost her mama, her great grandmother in the same month. And then like she had went through a breakup, got with a new dude, then got shot at her foot. And all the while, y'all, oh, and while the baby was playing her. And then all the while, y'all, this bitch won a Grammy and was still performing. Like, that's the type of bitch I wanna be like. Like, no matter how you come at me, fellas, like, cause y'all know it be the opposite sex trying to it's like I always tell you the enemy will use the opposite sex in your dating life to try to break you down. And I'm like, hell nah. I don't give a fuck what you put in my way. I'm still, if I was trying to get a Grammy, I'm gonna get my Grammy. If I gotta cry in the corner, slide down the wall, and then wipe my tears, and then fucking get to the fucking studio, that's what I'm gonna do. And in my case, it was my channel. I'm like, all right, I had a bad day. Like last night, I had a bad day yesterday. Like I literally had to put a bitch in their place, and I hate doing shit like that. Um, and I hate doing shit like that because it's just like I don't really like being out of character that way. I'm good at it, but I don't like being out of character that way. So, it was so because it's just draining to me. I like channeling my energy into positivity and doing shit that, like, helps other people. Like, you can't be a reader and be selfish. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if it's I don't care how toxic the reader is. We not gonna count the ones that be snatching the bad tarot cards out. I'm talking about the ones that get on here day in and day out giving readings or whatever. And Oh gosh, I hate when y'all get on here and y'all can't talk proper English. It irks me so bad, y'all. Like they would you would get blocked for you liable to get blocked for anything. Sorry, Eric 777. Like you just liable to get blocked. I can't do slow. I can't do slow. I just can't do it. But yeah, like I went to sleep. I was like, you know what? I'm going to fuck to sleep because I was so angry. Like I really needed to go for a walk and then hit a punching bag, but I couldn't get to one. And I was like, you know, I am going to just channel it into sleep. And then I'll be better in the morning. Cause I don't want to bring the energy on loud. Like my energy was too heightened. It was just too heightened. And I just get real terroristic like y'all. So I was like, nah, I'm a chill. And then I had to remember it's Aries season. So I had to channel the energy into calm. If you don't know, go watch my not this year's Aries season video, the one from 2024 when I first did it. Y'all, the season's energies are real. So I went to sleep. And today when I got up, I was like, all right, it's a new day. We're gonna start new. Today was legit, legit. Like I started the day real good. Now I made some money. Like, yeah. And then I was like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna come home. I was about to go shopping, but then I was too lazy. So, and then I was like, I'm about to go buy some cars then, because I got this cute outfit. Why the fuck they didn't make it where you can video share on fucking YouTube, y'all? It's this cute outfit that I'm about to buy. I tried it on the other day. I was about to go get it because I have it on hold, but it's like this schoolgirl skirt that's like plaid and then this striped sweater shirt or whatever. And it's so fucking cute. I just need a tan heel to go with it. Like I want a clunky, chunky platform heel. Oof. Cause I'm a heel girl, y'all. Like I'm in the skirts, heels, all the things. Like I'm a girly girl. So anyway, I was gonna go up to the mall and get that or whatever. But then I had you can you hear me? I think you're the only one that can't hear me unless my finger was covering the thing. But yeah, I was gonna go get my skirt and shirt or what well, it's not shirt, it's a sweater. And then I was like, nah, I just kind of want to be in the house. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go live or whatever, even though I knew I don't know, I had gotten this mode where I was like, I don't want to go live until I'm monetized. But then I was like, girl, stop being stupid. Cause from what I heard, the whole month, like everything you make in the month, you get paid the next month on the 20th. I think that is what I found out publicly. I don't know how it works though in real life. So look, my phone's screaming at me for twisting the camera. But anyway, I was like, no, I'm gonna just go ahead and go live or whatever, because that's what I always do. And in what way, in what way, um, you. But yeah, so I just I don't know. I stayed in the house, decided to go live, and I'm glad I did because now we are where we are. But I thought about it, y'all. One time I was on live and somebody I was doing an unboxing and this guy was asking me all this stuff like, how'd you get into tarot? When did you find out that you were um when did you find out you were spiritual and all this stuff or whatever? And I was just, as he was asking me all these questions, I was thinking to myself, and then I said to him, I was like, I didn't realize people wanted to know this stuff or whatever. So I am gonna do like a story that's gonna be not late at night like this, where my thoughts are all over the place. Plus, I'm scatterbrained and my thoughts are all over the place because I don't know. I'm happy and my emotions are everywhere and I can't really scream or anything because people are sleeping. And then the dog will wake up and he'll be barking and all kinds of stuff. But I am going to do a video at some point talking about like I don't know what the hell to call it, originating story, like how I started tarot, how I found out I was spiritual, what age, and what were the timeline of events, I will do that because that made me realize that is important to some people. But I feel like I'm not there yet. I feel like I should wait until like I at least get to 10K or something like that because I feel like anywhere before 10K, you gonna have to keep repeating your fucking self. And I just don't want to do that. And then I already have like 530 something, maybe 540 videos now, and I'm only like almost 1.5K in. Could you imagine at 10K how many videos I'm gonna have? Like, I'm gonna just be repeating myself. So when I get to 10K, thank you. Yeah, when he was answering asking those questions, Maria, I was like, okay, that's a thing. And yeah, and then I thought about it. I was like, there was only 2 tarot readers, which is crazy. I think they're the only 2 that I know of personally that didn't do a post. They did like videos. There's only 2, and they were guys that I ever gave a fuck about when they started because they were just so good to me. And I'm like, how do you get that good? It's like they so simple, yet they're so great. And they're them the only 2 that I know of that did it. Like the girls, they just know one girl and she changed her name. Her name used to be like Yansa, and she's a twin. She's like really pretty chocolate woman. But she like made hers as a post. But everybody, the other 2, the guys, they did theirs as videos, and I was like, this is kind of legit, actually. And it was really nice to hear their stories. And yeah, so I am gonna start memberships, but I have to figure out I'm gonna do shorts first. That's the first thing I'm gonna start. Cause I was gonna start all this shit in a week, y'all, because I don't got no business today at all. Um, at least for now. I always say that and then I'll get some damn readings or questions coming right on through. But right now I don't have any business for today. So I was gonna just get all this shit together and roll it out, just start rolling it out, but I realized I want to implement them one at a time. Thankfully, I don't have a threshold anymore. Before I was like, if I'm not monetized, I'm not doing shorts. If I'm not monetized, I'm not doing no damn memberships. But now I'm like, okay, I don't have to rush and do it all at once. Shorts, y'all will be getting those immediately. I will be filming shorts all day tomorrow for all zodiac signs. I'm going to do loved ones first, and then probably like another day I'll do generals or something like that. But I'm gonna be doing shorts daily because shorts are fucking quick. They only need to be like 10, 20 seconds. Well, not 10, but 20, 30 seconds long or something like that. Maybe a minute. You could, if you do all 12 zodiac signs, that's literally only gonna take you like 12 minutes. Let's be real about it. Like, it's fine. So I'm gonna start those, and then at some point, I have to decide at what point how I'm going to intertwine the memberships with classes because I heard if you whatever you make your membership prices at, like this popular YouTuber that I've been watching for years, she was saying how whatever you make your memberships as in the beginning, you're stuck with that price. And I'm like, yeah, what? And she was saying you'd have to delete the tier and make a whole new tier for a different price if you wanted to change your price for any reason, whether you want to lower it or raise it up higher. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that so soon. But the problem is I want low memberships now, like 99-cent tiers, and then $1.99 tiers. I don't want to do no high ass tiers on my membership. That's just not me. Obviously I will raise the price as time goes on, but I don't want my memberships to be high. I feel like that's goofy. That's goofy business. That's just my opinion, and it don't got nothing to do with what nobody else do. You do what you do for your business, but I feel like that's goofy because they're repeated customers. They're gonna keep coming back. But the reason why I'm battling with when I want to start memberships is because if you have a membership with me, each tier would get a percentage off the classes that I provide. So say if I started a tarot card class, like beginners learn tarot with me, all upright, and then I do one for reversals, and say I charge $20 for the class. If you're already a member with me, then I would take like 30% off of it, so it would only be like $14 for you for the class. So just little things like that. So since if you'd be paying $3 a month for the membership, I take off double what you paid that month off of um the class. So that's where I'm battling at because if I don't start memberships, there's no way I can give discounts to my special people because what would separate you from the rest of everyone else? Unless I just do it for my clients. So that's little shit that I be like thinking of in my damn head. And then also, merch is already in the air, y'all. I have a brand manager, but I am a brand manager. I create brands. That's what I do. I told y'all I have a whole separate brand. So it's not a thing, it's not nothing at all to make a brand over here. And I already have it drawn up. I just have to give the card drawing to my merchandiser because we're going to specialize it and just add my logo on it. So I have a logo for this already and everything. So there will be merch or whatnot. But my first thing is shorts. I don't like to do shit fast. I don't like to do it sloppy. And I don't want to change my channel in this big, ridiculous 360 so fast. Like, I don't know. It's somebody I watch. I'm not going to say their names. Well, not I watch. I don't watch them no more. After maybe like, I want to say 10 videos of it, I was like, I don't really fuck with them actually. And I'm really shocked that they're my sign, yo. Like, I'm so shocked. So this girl, YouTube screaming at me about my phone. This girl would get on there, y'all. And she like dresses up really nicely. Like it's giving commercial, okay? And it'll be like, oh well, they'll like she'll talk about exactly what's going on in a love situation, right? Like what happened in the past. Then when she gets up to like what, because I studied everybody's style while I was studying tarot to kind of figure out my own. Once she would get up to the present, she wouldn't say the present. She would be like, if you want to know what they're gonna do next and da da ba ba ba, you can join my Patreon. Right, cool, right. That's cool. If you're gonna do that, that's on you. I'm not against that. I'm not against Patreons, OnlyFans, and none of that. But here's where my problem came in. It started to give super commercially, and then it was like she was always trying to sell something like a bracelet or this or that. And it was just giving so much commercial and so much selling points. And then like so little tarot. And then I was so confused. And I was like, okay, so you're literally telling these people about the past, what happened in the past, but not telling them, the future. And I'm like, they know what the fuck happened in the past. So it just felt really scamish. And I can't believe, like, you know what I mean? I just can't believe some people. So, my favorite tarot readers be the ones that just be straightforward and, just be them. But I do also really respect like the bosses that get on here and make their money, but it's a way to do it, y'all. It's a way. It doesn't. And I walk a real thin line because I feel like personally there's no reason for you to ever scream about who don't pay you and who don't. And I have heard a few tarot readers, y'all, and I don't really speak on this at all. I typically mind my business, but tonight I'm not minding my business. But I'm gonna speak on what I saw. So there have been times where I've heard like readers be like, "Oh yeah, well y'all not gonna pay for anything anyway," like in the tackiest ways. And I used to feel like it was always unjustified and I hated it. But then it was one tarot reader that was kind of going off for people like acting a fool. And it was like, y'all show up here, get free ass readings. And then then you want to talk shit in general. But they was talking shit about everything that had nothing to do with readings. And I was like, yo, understood. Like that I fucking felt. But I don't go through that over here. I don't. Like they'll try to say a little one two, but first of all, the amount of words that I got blocked on my block list, like I got so much shit blocked over here. And then, unless it's a regular live like this, you can't even talk to me unless you subscribe. Like anybody, I told y'all this the other night. The reason I be cussing them out so hard when they do come in my comments is because you subscribed to say that shit. Now I'm gonna burn your ass up. Cause get the fuck from over here. What are you doing? Now you want to be roasted like a marshmallow. So that's why I go off on them like that. Because you can't talk to me unless you subscribed. Like, if you want to watch from the sidelines, that's cool. We still cool. But you cannot talk to me though. Mm-mm. So I be getting where I get where that particular one is coming from. But y'all, I'm about to tell y'all this TT. I use I don't even know if he still do tarot. It was this dude on here, y'all. He had did tarot before. And this is what he would say when I would watch his channel. He said he did tarot before, but then the bills, life got the life, and so he had to quit and then go back to work or whatever. And in my mind, I was like, all right, cool. In my mind, I was like, well, I would have kept going with my channel and still went back to work, right? Until the numbers picked back up. But whatever, this his story, this what he said. So by the time I found him, that he was on like his second run or whatever, and he was like back in or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. He was good. He was good. Like, and he was chill. But then it just started to get weird. I don't know what started happening with his job, but he was like, I gotta, oh, I remember. First, he was like, my wife gave me permission to quit. And now I'm going to be doing tarot full time. So, you know what that means, you guys? I'm not laughing at his situation. It's just, it was weird. He's like, you know what that means, you guys? You guys have to start investing more. You have to start buying readings more and buying questions and actually support my channel. If you want me to keep showing up here, you have to keep investing in my channel so I can keep showing up here. Or why would I show up with no pay? This is like me working for nothing. And I was like, I thought this was your dream. Like, yes, it's a business, y'all. I obviously get that. But what are we talking about? So then I was like, okay. So then it started off where he would like put like, and it's this other reader I watched, or I haven't watched him in a long time because he doesn't resonate anymore. I think I just grew past him, like I just elevated in a good way because that's what every tarot reader should want you to elevate and not really need the advice like that anymore. But I think his name was Gary. Gary, he would do this, but not in a crazy way. Gary would be like, hey, I'm on Gemini tonight. I'm doing many readings at the end if you want to buy some. Oh, and I think like Miss Hawaii, yeah, she does it too. Like she'll be like, buy a question at the end for like $65 or 70 or whatever. But they don't never be given like, oh, it's keeping me in business. Hurry up and buy type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's never given that. So, back to this long story long. It goes from him like suggesting, like, oh, you need to buy questions from me, this, that, and the third, y'all. Until one day I popped on and the camera's on him like this, just on him. And he's like, just sitting at his computer clicking. And I'm like, do he know his camera on? So people like, hey, how you doing? Whatever his name is, how you doing? And he like, hey y'all, and he just on his computer. So I'm like, oh, maybe he treating it like Bigo Live. If you don't know what Bigo Live is, you don't need to know. So I'm like, okay, maybe he treating it like Bigo Live. He just chilling and getting maybe some watch hours or whatever. Like, because I see some of the readers do that too. They go live and do whatever on here. They sometimes they be chilling with y'all, sometimes they getting watch hours. I don't know. Y'all, I see the damn bottom of the banner. I don't know what that app is called where it do like Virgo at the bottom or whatever. StreamYard, Streamline or StreamYard, one of those. That's what it's called. So I see under there it's like paying free pay. I meant paid questions, blah, blah, blah. So people asking questions after a while, and they were like, "Hey, are you gonna do any readings? Like, are you just sitting? What is this?" And then he's like, if you guys don't pay for anything, I won't be doing any readings. And he just was like sitting there on his computer. And it was this vibe of like bullying people into buying shit like they gave a fuck. So I don't know. And then I don't know what happened shortly after that. But I don't think I saw him too much longer. I think he ceased fire again, or he like quit. I don't know. But I you y'all, and then you know what else I missed too? Well, I haven't heard him say this in a long time, but y'all know how Tyler's Tarot used to be like, I miss when he would be like, I miss when the tarot readers back in the day used to get on here and argue. Y'all, he is not lying, but I don't know who he was watching, but y'all, I will watch the Black spiritual ones. And there's this one, I'm not gonna say her name. I'm not gonna say her name, y'all, because oh my gosh, y'all, she's an energy, okay? But when she gets a clapping back on them, y'all, she will roast them into oblivion, and she was really funny. And I would be screaming laughing, and it's really hard to make me laugh out loud. Ricky, yo, Maria, I wish I could tell you who this is because she be arguing with people like every other week. I will say they do be crossing her. And she still be doing it. And she's like maybe in her 40s. And this is the funniest lady I have ever come across. Like, funniest lady. And oh my gosh, she roast them into oblivion. And then she do this thing where she be like, hey, wasn't you the one that blah blah blah? And I just start cracking up every time she does it. And she be like, yeah, I stuffed that bird full of blah blah blah, put their pigeon feathers in their mouth and that black tar, and your life will never go nowhere. Ah, it should be in the camera like do it. It'd be a lot. And I'd be screaming laughing. And then you'll see the other ones. Like there was this guy she was beefing with one time, and he was Christian. Oh fuck, why do I not remember his name? He was horrible. He was the worst op you could ever have. I was like, God, I know she's sick of him. He would come up with a video like every other day. He would make a new page, harassing her in the comments, telling her how what she was doing was a sin and how God don't like this, God don't like that. And then he would make his name was SB. Oh my God, y'all. His name was SB. Oh, if you find him, you find him. But I'm warning you now, the motherfucker was annoying to the point where he would make videos talking shit about her. And I'm like, this nigga is crazy. Like, he was crazy for real. But yeah, he used to come for her. And then at one point, it was like five of them coming for her. And they ganged up, they just became friends together because they all hated her. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? Then she had one of them scared because she had went live doing the witchcraft on him in the damn. I was about to say the jungle, but she was in the woods, and I was just like, "What the hell?" So Tyler was on to something when he was like them old school ones, like the old spiritual people y'all on here, like in their 40s, they be going at it. They don't got shit on us, like and truth be told, I don't even think none of the 30 somethings or the 20 something spiritual people, they don't really be beefing out loud like that. They just like stop fucking with each other and then you'll never see them together again. But the old heads, well, I'm not gonna say old. 40 is not old to me. 60 something is what I start calling old, like 60 something. And I know that's my fate. But the 40s, y'all, the 40 somethings, they be making that shit funny and fun. Ugh, I'm trying to think, do I have any? No, right now I'm in beef with I call it white tea, but the white girls, they was arguing with Amberlyn Reed or whatever. And all I don't know if y'all know who she is. I think I was talking about her the other night because I was watching her stuff. I genuinely fall into watching Capricorn's YouTube videos naturally. And like Amberlyn Reed and Alexander Rodriguez, they are Capricorns. But I didn't figure that out until years later after watching them. My best friend, she's a Capricorn, y'all, and she will tell you like a lot of people think she's very mundane. Like I'm not gonna say it's the bane of her existence, but sometimes she be like, the hell? Like she hates that people think she's like mundane. But I like that kind of energy. I'm a Virgo. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm boring and I just like mundane shit. But these girls, they literally get on camera and do the same damn shit. They grocery shop every week at the same damn Target, clean the same damn refrigerator, reorganize the same damn cabinets, and I'm here for it. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is so great. And then they cry about their life with whatever bullshit going on. I'm with it because I be on the same shit, like trying to figure out life and make sure my shit's stable while making money. So anyway, Amber Lynn is a lesbian. And at this point, I think it's dying down now, but three of her lesbian ex-girlfriends been linked up and started talking about her and doing videos and shit. And she's a heavy set girl. She says her weight is like 500 pounds or whatever. They were talking about like them having to wipe her and take care of her and all kinds of weird shit. And she's denying it. She's going in on them. They going back and forth, y'all. They going doing interviews and shit. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So y'all, I don't like my drama in real life. Cause I don't like drama in real life so much that if it come to me, I'm gonna go ahead and take it to hell so it can get the fuck on and move on, and we can all establish in unison. We don't do that here, but on YouTube and TV, I be with that shit. Oh, I be with it. I be waiting on the next video. So I don't know. That's what the hell I be on. But the spiritual community, oh, I wish they fought like the old heads do. Now they just be like, I hate everybody, or I don't bang with other readers, or whatever they do. But the old heads, they be calling names out. They be hopping in each other chat, making fake profiles, trolling each other. Like it just be giving funny. They be sending shit to other people's houses, sending people to their houses, all kinds of crazy shit. They be on shit. So I don't know. But long story short, I do want to collaborate with like one person. But everybody else I don't really feel the need to, because also y'all, I don't know, y'all tell me if I'm crazy. I feel like YouTube collabs are I mean tarot collabs are kind of strange unless you're going to do it as an event or something. Because like they just get on live and they they'd be like, okay, we're gonna do Aries, and then one of them read for Aries, and then the other one read for Aries, and they'd be like, well, what I get is da 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 da, and then the other one be like, what I get is da blah 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 on the same subject, and then I'm just like, y'all could have did that on your own channel. But the only thing where I obviously see the sense of it is they're sharing um clout or whatever, like they're sharing subscribers, like introducing their subscribers or their fan base to a new person, like exposing them to someone they might like. So it's basically sharing their audience. So I get that part, but I'm like, damn, I don't know how, so I'm not going to talk heavy shit. I wish it could be done more uniquely or made more fun. Cause, and I'm saying that for myself too, because I'm like, if I do collaborate with this person, because I'm not gonna tell y'all who it is. It is a boy, but it's nobody's gonna guess this boy. Nobody gonna guess because I love underdogs, y'all. I don't be trying to go for like the biggest fish in the sea or the biggest. Yeah, I don't try to go for the queen pin or the king pin. I like the underdogs that be making shit shake and they just be in their own vibe, cause them the ones that like you can learn something from, and you know what I mean? The energy just good. I'd rather stay in my lane and be good than I don't know. So I say that for myself because I'm like, what the how can you even make something like that interesting? Like I don't what can you do? So that I'm still pondering on. Also, I would like to have a tarot reader do one of the slumber parties with me, but that would be a long ass slumber party. Cause y'all know my slumber parties are like they could be, I think the longest one I did was 4.5 hours long. And I was like, yo, when I got off, I slept for like 12 hours. I said, no, we won't be draining the tap that long ever again. But um, I don't know. And then I always tell y'all too that with the slumber parties, I am, once I get to a certain threshold, it's a certain thing I'm waiting for, and it's not a subscriber amount. Once I get to this threshold in my mind, I will do the slumber parties in person twice a year. Um, but I'm gonna make them special because my bestie's an event planner and all of the things. So it's gonna be real nice, and it's gonna be weekend retreat style. Oh, I did say this in a live before, but then I like hit the live so I could keep the watch time because y'all was talking about some crazy shit on there, and I was like, you know. But I do want to do a weekend retreat at an oasis type place, but I don't want it to be where, you know what I'm saying, hippie vibes, but without the drugs, okay? Because I don't really do. That's not my tea. If you bring your edibles and all your whatever you do, that's on you. But I'm a natural besides wine and type shit, you know what I mean? That's my vibe. So I don't know. I just want to do like a subscriber weekend or whatever. And I don't know, because I was thinking about it. 'Cause I'm like, we're gonna have to do 3 Airbnbs off the gate. Because my chef and his husband gonna need an Airbnb. Me and my best friend gonna need her damn Airbnb because especially with all the decorations and stuff she gonna bring, and then I need Airbnbs for the guests. So I don't know. I want to start it like small the first time around, just have like 5 or 6 spots or whatever. And um, first we all vote for a spot, like what area we want to do it in, and then um, I open up the 5 spots, and once they filled, they filled. And then the next time, 6 months later, I will do maybe like 10 spots. And we just open it up in fives because that's how I do my other business. Like in May, I'm about to bring on 5 ambassadors. Damn, that's around the corner. That's next month. That's wild. What is this? The 15th? Oh yeah, no, it still has to be May because I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm making a little bit more money like from one of my businesses than I expected, like like a little quicker than I expected. So I technically could add them on, but I told you I don't like to do fast changes, so I won't be adding them on till mid-May. But yeah, mid-May I get 5 brand ambassadors, and I'm doing a relaunch for the summer, so it's gonna be nice. And for Memorial Day. So yeah, I like to do things in fives. And I think it's because I was born on September 5th. Who fucking knows? I don't know. But I don't be getting on live like that because I don't really be having too much shit to say. I just be talking about nothing or whatever. Because I don't really do nothing, y'all. I'm really a business bitch. Like, and the tea that I it's too many people that watch my shit for me to be telling the tea that I be really wanting to tell. And y'all, when I move, when I move, y'all, it's so much tea that I'm going to spill, but not from people in my house now. I love them. My friends, if you were my friend, like if you were ever my best friend, like these people in this house, because I've had best friends I've fallen out with like a couple years ago. We will probably never speak again, but I will never tell their tea because when I'm friends with people, I'm real friends with them. And 9 times out of 10, we have both done things for each other that only your parents should do for you, okay? So I don't do that, like spilling your friend's tea after the fact. If they ever get into a story time, it's literally because they happen to be there or they played like a quick role where it was just like, oh, well, JoJo was my friend JoJo had drove me by to the store, da da da, and then we was laughing at the person, da da da. But it wouldn't be no like JoJo did this to me or nothing like that. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, when you in friendships as long as fuck, like 10 years long or 20 years long, y'all, everybody done fucked up at one point in the friendship. Like, nobody's perfect for 20 years. I don't care. You gonna forget something like a birthday or forget I don't know, something or not be able to show up sometime or at some point while you living your life. So I don't do that kind of shit. But my dating life though, oh, all them niggas can get it. All of them. I don't hold no cut cards. The only one that's ever gonna be exempt from story times is my husband when I get one. Y'all, I don't think there's ever. No, that's a lie. Well, uh, I okay. So I was dating this guy. I'm gonna tell his story a little bit. I was dating this guy, y'all, and I don't know why one day, like we was dating for real, and but I hadn't been to his house before, and one day I was like, we're not dating anymore until I go in that house, and I just pushed that issue that day. I was like, I'm going in today, don't care, and he was like, it's not clean, and I was like, I don't care, cause y'all, you know what, like if I turn around here and show y'all my desk right here, so I'm about to show y'all right here. So y'all see right here, y'all see all the clutter on my desk. Y'all see my coffee mug to the left here. And then y'all see my tarot cards and my, what the hell is that? Peroxide, mouthwash, whatever, right? So this is clutter. This is not filth. This is hair oil, candle, spray bottle, makeup, whatever, right? This is clutter, not filth. Filth is plates. Filth is if you look at these blinds right here and you go like this and then like black shit come on your hands, that is filth. Those are two different things. Clutter you can straighten up real quick. Like that'll take me like 5, maybe 10 minutes max because I would just be putting my what you call it, all of my cards back in the box and putting them where they belong I keep them in Nike boxes. Because I hate shoe boxes. Like I don't keep my shoe boxes for my shoes. I would put my shoes. I'm not a shoe girl. I'm a heel girl. So yeah. But y'all, when I tell you he had a wooden floor, that floor couldn't have been mopped in about 4, 5 years. If I'm being generous, 3. If I'm being generous, the blinds they were supposed to be green. They were black. I don't even know how I caught they were green. The the dishes in the sink, y'all. The dishes look like they were just, I don't know. I think he was growing a science experiment in there. And then they were stacked to the top. And then the trash was so stank. And it was like flies in the kitchen. And I remember looking and I was and I was like, I had sex with you. Like, what? I was so disgusted. And then had the nerve. Like he had hopped on a dating app. And my intuition tell a nigga so bad, y'all. Like, I don't know what it is. I used to be like, I want to live in delusion sometimes. No, the Holy Spirit don't let me live in delusion. And if I try to ignore it, he'll put it in my face. Like I see the guy and their girl at the mall or the guy and a girl at the mall. I remember one time, this is such a sidebar, and we're gonna go back to homeboy with his dirty ass. This guy that I used to date, y'all still will never know who this nigga is, but he's a videographer or whatever for uh in VH1. And he worked with all the celebrities and blah 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 blah, right? So he was like, we dated for years, but then he found out he had a baby and he did not know it was his baby. He found out he had a baby or whatever, and then like he just got caught up and confused and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna I need to see about it. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I ain't like how he did it, but whatever. So then he tried to come back around. No, after he left, he was so mad at me that I just didn't want to be around him or with him. So he tried to make my life a living hell. Like he tried to make my life a living hell. And I was in my bag when I met him, and I felt like I had let him ruin my life because I didn't really know no better. I didn't know how to manage my emotions or whatever you call it. Yeah, I was 19, he was 24. So years go by, and I'm big dog now. You can't you can't come around here with that bullshit. And I remember at that time on my Instagram, I was like, I just want to put out gentle energy. I always want to appear like when I'm not speaking on Instagram and social media. That's why I be saying like when people like Beyonce is so sweet and this, I'm like, she's put. Of course, you can look like anything when you're not speaking. She don't talk to us at all. Like Beyonce do not talk to us barely, and only when she have to, and only at her concerts. Okay, she don't talk to us. So it's easy to look like anything you want to when you shut up. Like Jay-Z, that is a thug. Do you hear me? But it's easy for him to look like a businessman because he don't speak. So I was like toying with the fact that you could alter your image with because by way of pictures. And I was like, yeah, I just want to do soft pink colors, take nice gentle pictures and just bring out the light in my eyes. If you go on my post right now, like under my post, they don't call it community tab no more. They call it the posts. If you go under there on my YouTube, there's this pink picture. I mean, I'm in a pink tank top, a square neck with light pink coral lipstick, my natural fro, and like pretty pink blush. It was giving those vibes all the way through my Instagram. So it looks really sweet. So, and blossomy. But unbeknownst to me, I was giving off the vibes that if you thought you left, you could come back. No, 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 shit ain't that sweet. So he was like, I just want to talk to you. It's about business. And I was like, all right, cool. Why not? Because I didn't hate him. Then he was like, I just want to fly you out to Atlanta. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. And I was like, man, and then he started talking. He was like, man, my baby mama, she a bitch. And I was like, red flag, y'all. If any dude ever tell you how his baby mama a bitch, he's still in love with her. If any guy you date talk about their ex without you asking on a first date or two, they're still in love with her. And if they get to talking about that shit with a passion, in love with her. Yeah, I was talking to this dude. I'm gonna get back to crusty dude. I ain't forget about him. Dirty house boy. I was talking to this dude. I will not forget this. I met him on the app. His name was Michael. And he put that he didn't have children. Y'all, we was talking on FaceTime because I just get out the way. I don't even want to talk on the phone. I don't even want to text. You trying to FaceTime? I'm trying to FaceTime. So he was like, all right, cool. So we FaceTime and I was doing my makeup for a live. And I heard baby like making baby noises. And he was like, oh, Tutu, it's okay. And I was like, and then he was like, Shayana, sit down. And I was like, uh-oh, it's another one? It's another one. Now, fun fact about me, y'all, I don't do baby daddies. I don't do it. I can't do it. And I'll tell y'all why in a second. Well, let me go ahead and get that out of the way. I don't do baby daddies because why? Half these Negroes with baby daddies, they kids be under 5. So, and then the other quarter of them have their kids be under 2. So you telling me you just left a bitch with fresh cuts on her. You left a bitch before her cuts were healed. You're not doing that to me. I'm so sorry. You might not live to see tomorrow, so I'm not even gonna put myself in that kind of situation, not willingly. I ain't going. Especially not your track record already fucked, and I don't want none. I don't want to hear the situation. I'm straight. Unless she died, I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. So, or unless you was married and your wife died, I ain't doing it. So I was like, "You got kids?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah." I said, "Oh, you a daddy?" He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "How many kids you got?" He was like, "Yeah, I got 5." And I was like, "Oh, you a dad for real, y'all?" I think he saw the soul jump out my body because hell the fuck no. five kids? Five kids? And I was telling the boys in the house, and my chef, he was cooking, and he started swallowing. He said, five kids. And I was like, see, men be feeling me. Like, and I was like, five kids, that's a lot of kids. It was 5 of us growing up. That's a lot of kids. I know what 5 kids is, okay? And this is what thing. I was like, there. And then one of my homies, he gets so aggravated with me because he's a baby daddy. He'd be like, "So you would never date any baby daddies? You would never date any baby daddies?" And he doesn't want me to date him, you guys. He doesn't. There's no kind of energy there. It's just the fact that he's a baby daddy. He hates that I hate baby daddies because he's one. He's like, "So how you feel about me?" I'm like, "No, well, no, there are certain circumstances that I would accept, but I'll know them case by case as they slide across my desk. The number one is if you had 5 kids, because but you're a single dad because your wife died in a car crash 2 years prior, or a plane crash, or she died of natural causes 2 years prior, or somebody killed her or something like that 2 years prior. Cool. I play y'all, I swear on everything I love, I play stepmom to 5 kids if they came from one wife and the person couldn't help that they spouse died. That's the only way you're gonna get me. Cause I do love kids. But I'm not doing baby mama drama. And I'm not doing you being my baby daddy next. Hell the fuck no. No. So anyway, back to Dirty Boy. So I'm in the house and I'm looking at him and I'm like, how did I? He's the one, I forgot how old I was. I was younger though. He's the one that taught me I'm not ever touching you until I see the inside of where you live at. I need to see where you live at. It's certain things I need to see, okay? I'm gross. I kind of need to see your underwear too. Like, let's just be honest. Like, I need to see certain things. Do you wipe correctly? And another thing I look for, the last good, was he the last dude I dealt with? Yeah. He was like, "You're such a fucking weirdo." And I was like, "Hey, I won't be getting gingivitis from you. If you don't have mouthwash, like you saw how I flipped my camera around and you saw that mouthwash sticking up, hell, if you didn't see mouthwash, you could assume I use peroxide too." I don't. I don't even know what the fuck I had that in here for. Oh yeah, I stepped on my fucking earring. So I had to clean my foot. But if I go in your bathroom and you don't have fucking mouthwash in there or floss and I only see a toothbrush and toothpaste, no. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. I do wear. Let me tell you, Maria. Every time I tell my chef this story, he screams laughing like it's the first time. There's this dude that I used to date, and we nicknamed him Bite Your Butt. How the fuck old was I? I had to be like, because this was right before I dated my longest relationship. My longest relationship, that was my boy. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even hate on him. He's just annoying. Like, he's just annoying. Um, but prior to my longest relationship, because my longest relationship, I can't even shit on his looks. He was a snack. He literally looked like an even mix between T.I. and Chris Brown. And he was about 6'4", all the fucking things. Tattooed, very nicely tattooed and everything. And he was everybody's fucking favorite, even my mama. And his name was Chris. She'd be like, "Chris, my favorite." Like, and even my cousins, "Chris is my favorite." I'm like, of course y'all like the one I can't stand. But me and Chris, I think we were just made to be friends, but that's why it worked so long. But that shit just grew. It just had an expiration date. And I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of woke up one day and I was kind of over it. And I was like, and I told him, I was like, "I want you to find somebody better. Like, I want you to go get that bitch of your dreams." Like, and he was not with that shit. He let me go, but he was not with it. However, right before Chris, there was this dude. Now him, I ain't gonna say his name because this dude still stalk my shit. I know Chris do too, but Chris put in so many years. As I'm older in my 30s, because I dated Chris in my 20s. as I'm older in my 30s, I do realize that Chris was loyal to me in a lot of ways that a lot of people will never be until my husband comes. But so that even though I would never go back, I do commend him for that and respect that part of the journey now. But it took me like 10 years to get here. Okay. So if you're watching Chris, don't push it. Please don't friend request me again on Facebook and try to talk to me. Please. Just stay in the back, but just stay in the movie crowd and watch, okay? Player. Because he'll do it every couple of years, y'all. And I'm like, I don't want to be your friend, bro. So there was a dude before him. We just gonna call him Bite Your Butt. Bite Your Butt. That's what we gonna call him. And I dated him for a second. And me and Bite Your Butt, we was dating. And one night he got in the shower like normal people do, right? And he gets out and, he puts on his underwear, whatever. Now, I hadn't been clocking no tea. I wasn't like, oh my God, what's in his bag? Does he have an extra pair of underwears? Right? Okay, y'all about to see where I'm about to go with this, okay? So he gets out the shower, he lotions himself up, he puts on his underwear, he lays in the bed. And y'all, I mean, he is cackling and giggling on his phone, just like leaned over, not with his ass poked out, but his butt was outward. Y'all, I used to have this obsession where every guy I dated, I would want to slap their butts. I would like, harass them, like I would harass them. They're my boyfriends. That's what I do. Like, I don't like people at all, and I don't like you in my personal space. But once you're mine, like you my man or you my best friends, oh, I'm on your ass. Like my best friend in that other room. I will walk past him, and I've only seen the comedian B. Simone be like this with Pretty B, and it cracks me up because that's her best friend. She'd be like, "Just let me smell you. Why are you being weird? Everybody lets me smell them." And she's like, "What the fuck?" But I will walk up to my best friend and I'll be like, "You smell so good. How was your day?" And he'd be like, now mind you guys, he likes men. But still, I'm that kind. Once you belong to me, I'm like an animal. You're my territory. The end. So I had went he we laying in the bed and we like play fighting and stuff like that. And I was like, God, I had to be like 21. Yeah, because this was clubbing days and I had just made it into the popping clubs in DC. And I was like, I'm gonna bite your butt. I'm gonna bite your butt. And y'all, I went to bite his butt cheek. Y'all, it smelled like cheese curd and ass, funky ass crack from the fucking middle of a hippopotamus booty hole. I don't know. Like, it was so fucking stinking rank. I just don't know what the fuck hit me. And I remember I jumped up so fast and I looked at him and I was like, did you just take a shower and put back on your old underwear? And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "No, get out of my bed. No." And then I was like, "Why the fuck would you think that? What?" And then I was like, "And why would you let me bite you? Why are you in my bed with dirty drawers? That's insane." He's like, "Well, I didn't have any Yeah, you see why? Now I need to see him. So then I was like, "No, what the fuck?" So then he was like, "Well, I didn't have anywhere to put him." And y'all, I lived in subsidized housing when I was 21. I had my own apartment or whatever, which if you're not from here, because I have a lot of people from India that watch my channel. If you're not from here, that's a place where the apartment building goes by your income. So if you only make $500 in a month from working, they'll make your rent only $50 per month, and that's the lowest it'll go. But if you start making more money or you get another job, they raise your rent up or whatever, and then utilities be included, which is your lights and all that stuff and electricity. So in that apartment, I had a space heater. And I was like, okay, well, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, he was like, in the laundromat's closed. I'm like, I literally have laundry detergent right here. And I was like, we could have washed them out and hung them on a space heater. Cause y'all, I had did that before. Like there was sometimes if we had to go to club last minute, when you don't gotta wash and dry your shit, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, okay? Like I would like wash out if I needed a pairs of underwears for like the next 3 days and the laundromat was closed. I'd be like, okay, well, I work they had our laundry bag, y'all, where it was open 9 to 5. Get the fuck out of here. Like that means you you couldn't go all week because if you had a 9 to 5. So like, yeah, wash it out with the detergent. Shit. Who was it? Who was I about to say? Abuela and all of them. And you know what I'm saying? We was washing clothes in the fucking buckets. Let's be real about it in the other countries. So can we I just want to make sure we on the same page. As long as you're using the same detergent, literally all the machine is doing is like this. That's it, okay? If anything, your hands and fucking that washboard is way better, if you ask me. But it just takes the grunt work out of rinsing water constantly. But I was like, you could have fucking did that shit and just hung it on the space heater and it would have like dried out within like 20 minutes. And it would have been fresh underwear. I'll call boys' underwears panty draws, by the way, y'all. I don't know why I do that. I'll be like, you and your panty draws. So, anyway, after that, I learned a valuable lesson that men can be dirty. And I don't want no parts until I have to inspect the situation first before I kiss you. Like, I'm not just gonna see you at party. That's why when people, they be at the clubs and they be like, oh, yeah, I got drunk and kissed a stranger. I'm like, you what? What if he had a y'all? I'm a Virgo, okay? So my brain goes to very strange places very fast, like very strange places. I can't do certain things without no. I don't think I've ever seen a zodiac sign on the masculine side as clean as me. I haven't dated a I haven't dated a Leo up close, only for a second. They appear to be clean. But the fire signs, have I dated a Cap? No, I haven't. I did date a Taurus. He was very clean. I dated a Virgo for a second. No, he was not. Um, Taurus, Aries, and Sagittarius have been the only men that have been super crackhead clean like me, body wise, up close that I've ever seen. Like the Taurus, even though Taurus men will fuck up your life. I don't know if y'all knew that, by the way. And that is not just the like a me thing, y'all. I use this other lady. I think her name is Queen of Swords Tarot. Oh my god, I was in her chat. We was screaming laughing one day. Cause I was telling her, we were just talking about men zodiac signs that'll fuck your life up. Cause she likes the ones that like people think are a little rougher on the edges, like a Gemini male and whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Sagittarius man, they a little rough. But I was like, a Taurus man. We were just conversing back and forth about how a Taurus man will really fuck up your life. And I don't sign shame because I really love like Lizzo and Chris Brown. Y'all know I always use them as the Taurus example because they love to have fun. They're so fun, but Taurus men, I'm telling you now, leave them at the fucking party, okay? And if you're gonna fuck them and leave them at the party. You got up to 3 times tops and leave that shit alone. They will fuck your life up. And I always be thinking about like one of my exes, the one that was trying to fly me out, him. Oh, I forgot to finish that story. He was a Taurus, the one that I was dating, and he was trying to fly me out again. Like when he was trying to date me again to Atlanta. Y'all, why? So I didn't know he was in the city at that point. Because he had an artist he was managing on the side, so he happened to be there that weekend. Y'all, why at the crack of dawn? So my phone had broke. I had split the screen. So I was like, I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna go to the mall at the crack of dawn when they open at 7:30. So I don't gotta see nobody. I don't wanna see nobody. Cause I'm anti like that, y'all. In the city I was in, what city was that? I was in Virginia at the time. And I was like, bro, I don't wanna see fucking nobody I know. I just wanna go and get the fuck on. So I was like, I go at 7:30, ain't nobody gonna be up on no damn Saturday. Y'all, I swear to God, there was nobody else in that fucking mall. I look in the distance, I know this man walk. I see him holding hands with one of his baby mamas or something like that, walking out. And he made a date and then he stood me up. But here's the thing, y'all. This thing, I don't know why I do this. If you tell me we're gonna go on a date, mine is a Taurus. Oh my. You're what? You're what's a Taurus? But I do this thing, y'all. If a dude tell me he wanna go on a date and we make a plan for the upcoming Saturday or something, y'all, I still make plans like it's never gonna happen. And I get ready that day like it's never gonna happen. Like, yeah, I'd be cute, but I always get cute, y'all. Like if I'm not rushing around doing business stuff, I get cute. Like I'll beat my face and everything. I come on live sometimes like that, but I get dressed up, dolled up, go outside, like pay my toes, everything. So I was like, all right, well, I gotta edit this, I gotta do that, blah, blah, blah. So I had just went on about my day. And if I don't hear from you, then I don't hear from you. Like, yeah, if you ain't confirmed the day before, I'm really not penciling you in my plans. Like, it's gonna take an act of God to stop my motion that day. Cause I'm gonna be like, boy, I already got shit in motion now. I'm outside. I might fuck around and be at the studio. I might have popped up on my producer. I might be out having drinks with my homeboy. Like, I could be any fucking where fucking around with me. So time came and went. I really ain't think about him till I went to bed. I was like, oh, this nigga. Okay. So I get up the next day, go to the mall, no issue. I see him and her walking in the abyss toward me. And then y'all, because it recently happened to me too. I saw this dude. Never mind. I ain't gonna tell that story. I got way too much out that deal to talk shit. Sometimes you just gotta know to shut the fuck up and leave well enough alone. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, I was walking to the abyss, so I'm in this bitch at the mall. He, this time I was bold with it, y'all. I was really bold. And he was walking, and then he looked at me. He looked like he saw a ghost and tried to like act like, you know, normal. And then I was staring at him and I was like, "Ugh." And I just kept walking with a smirk on my face. And his girl was looking at him and then looking at me and then looking at him like, what the fuck? But that's what I wanted though. And then after that, I just went on about my life. So, yeah. But, oh, my point with all of that, long story long, the Holy Spirit don't never let me play delusional. God will be like, oh, you want to act like you don't see it? Here you go, right in your face. So it's very hard for me to understand when I see women be delusional. They be like, yeah, he was out all night, but he just be doing that. He just be cutting his phone off. And I be like, girl, you know the fuck you doing. Stop playing. Stop playing with me. So I think delusion gets on my nerves, or delusional people, because I don't understand. There's two things I don't understand. I don't understand women that do not like keep themselves up. I don't get it. And then I don't understand dumb women. Dumb women irk me so bad. Where I'm like, you just want to be stupid. Like me and smart girls, I don't care if you're the nerdiest girl that's not fly or nothing. If you a smart bitch, you a bad bitch. I love a smart girl. Like, ugh. And my homeboys, I be giving them advice. If they girls smart and they be like, oh damn, I be like, you better stay with her. That's a bad bitch. Bitches be dumb. Please keep your smart women, because, and I give my homeboys that advice because men like dumb bitches. I don't know if y'all notice. They leave all the bad bitches that's smart as fuck with brains and then go be with a bum girl that's stupid because they don't want to have to level up. So I be telling my homeboys, they don't be just sitting around asking me for advice. But when they do, don't come to me about no girl advice, because I'm going to, if you got a smart bitch, I'm going to be like, it's you, bro. You're the issue. Like, tighten up. What the hell? You said mine is a Taurus. Oh, my. I don't do Tauruses. Tauruses, they say Tauruses are most compatible with Virgos. if you could put up with their toxicity when they get to going and them anger problems they got, I don't know why for an earth sign they're so fucking rowdy. Like they can get so I don't know what your guys' rising sign is, by the way, but I don't know why they could get so rowdy like that. That will always baffle me. I feel like I heard this guy say that he feels like Virgo should have been an air sign, and I feel him on that. And then he was saying, and then he feel I forgot the other one, but he was like, I feel like Virgo should have been an air sign. I feel like Taurus should have been a fucking fire sign. Like on everything I love. I don't know how Taurus is an earth sign. The girls be grounded and chill, but the men are so crazy. Like so crazy. And I also feel like Sagittarius should have been an air sign. Oh, that's Libra's the other one. I feel like Libra should have been an earth sign. So I feel like Libra should be earth, Virgo should be air, Taurus should be fire, and then Sag should be earth. Like I'm like if we could switch it around. Maybe I should look at like the Vedic charts and stuff like that and see if that applies more. I thought of like studying that kind of stuff, but I think that it makes me a Leo. I need to redo my chart. I'm gonna do that shit when I get off with y'all. I think it makes me a Leo, which would explain my chaoticness. Because I told y'all the other night, I be really trying to keep it inside because I be ready to start. Like, oh, I be ready to start. My homeboy, me and my best friend and his husband, we was all out getting pizza. And we ordered it, and then my best friend's husband, he went in there to get it. He, when my best friend was sitting in the passenger side seat in the front, I was sitting in the seat behind him. His husband came up and tried to scare us, like, and open his husband's door real fast. And my best friend looked like this, but I was on 10, y'all. I had wrapped my whole body around the seat and tried to snatch him in, and we was cracking up. I had like that reach was going. And he was screaming, laughing. And I was like, me and his husband was like, boy. And he was like, what was you gonna do? And I was like, I was gonna snatch whoever you were, sir, I was gonna snatch you into this truck. And we was gonna beat your ass so bad that you wish you was gonna be crying uncle to get the fuck out this bitch. So yeah, I'd be ready to go. Ready to go. And I don't know where it comes from. Now, I don't go around starting no shit. I don't even look at nobody sideways. When people start acting stupid, I'll try to de escalate the situation. But situations like that, if you ever try to get your ass in my car, oh, you going to be crying uncle to get the fuck out of that bitch. I promise you. You're going to be mid getting your ass whooped, like midway through, thinking how that's the worst fucking decision of your life. Like, you going to be like, this is the hour, those the last 20 seconds or 2 minutes before I got my ass in this car, I want to take it all back. So, so but I don't have a lick of fire in my chart. So I really don't know where it comes from. And I just find it strange. Not even my damn, well, that's a lie. My south node's in Leo. That's it. Because my north node is in Aquarius, but my south node is Leo. So that means I had a lot of Leo tendencies in my past life, which explains me wanting to be like wanting some sort of fame and not minding being the center of attention. And parties, I hate that shit. I'm not gonna lie. One on one, I'm good. But if y'all met me at a party, I would think I was completely different. Um, I've heard that's normal of most YouTubers. Like they could talk on camera, but then they be like almost mute when you meet them in person. And I will speak, but the bigger crowd gets, the more calm I get. And it's because I don't like to fight for attention. I don't like to be like, I don't like to go out of my way to jump in conversations because all y'all do is end up talking over each other and be like, well, what about this? What about that? Blah, blah, blah. And it turns into debate sometimes. And I don't want to be in the sauce like that. I just like watching from afar and cackling. I'm the karaoke bitch. I'm going to be singing karaoke. having drinks, playing games, and then laughing at the people making the jokes. I'm more so the chill one. I like to observe more than be in the mix, you know. I'm a part of the mix, but I don't like contribute too much to it. You know, I'm a one-on-one girl. I'm a deep thinker, deep like I'm the one I want you one-on-one so I can learn something from you. Like what have you gone through that you could teach me about? And then I get to dig it. I'm like, what you do for work? I always ask people this, and they be like, say if they were like, oh, I'm a photographer. Or no, I develop pictures at Walmart. I be like, is that your dream job? Do you love it? And they be like, nah. And I be like, what's your dream job? And they be like, oh, I was gonna do a YouTube channel about animation or whatever. That's what this one dude told me, and I was like, yeah, what's the plan for that? And then he was like, I already got half of it done. I just never posted the videos. And I was like, damn, you out here living like you get to live twice. So when you gonna post them? What you waiting on? And then by the time I'm the girl, I like when you leave me, I took something from you that I can carry on or that could make my journey better, or I inspired you to do something that you wouldn't have done if you didn't cross my path, or you wouldn't have done until a later date if you didn't cross my path that day. So I'm that kind of guy. I don't really like fluff talk. And I really feel like in my past life or some past life somewhere, I was somebody who, like is it in Mulan? Yeah, the father, I think. How he ain't really speak unless it was something important to say or something wise. That's how I feel I be. Like I don't really like too much. I like laughing when other people talking fluff conversation, but I don't know. I'm stuck on that motto with Lil Wayne where he's like, broke niggas only make jokes, nigga. I make more than I can fit in this quote, nigga. I really feel like only broke people think shit funny all day. I do feel like that. Because people that's really trying to get in their bag, they ain't cackling all day. They understand shit got to get done. We not cackling all day. This is America. Like, not lack of better words, for me not going too deep in that. But speaking of y'all, I want to do y'all past life readings. I'm going to try to commit to it today while I have no business. Because what the hell is today? Tuesday? Yeah, yeah. All I have to do, which doesn't count, I have to order some grocery. Sometimes I walk to the grocery store because I really like getting exercise. I really could use a walk to the grocery store. But I just got to get some grocery. And that's it. Oh, I need to press some jackets, but that's still nothing. But I want to do y'all past life readings because my past life reading said that in my most recent past life, I had to leave everything behind because I was in a fire, and I was like, okay, well, how does that contribute? Like, what did I bring from that era? That part, that lifetime to this one because of that fire that was such a big staple in my life, like my past life. And they were saying like I always feel like I don't have enough, and I feel like yeah, like I'm always in financial recovery or whatever because of it. Like that'd be so interesting. Yeah, like they're so good, the cards. But they were saying like I try to grip onto everything. Like I have trouble throwing shit away. I have problems letting friends go when it's time, or men, or whatever. Now I do have. I'm not gonna say I have trouble because I do it, y'all. I do it quick too. When men got to go, y'all, I be like, well, cry in the car, bitch. I fucking do it. I don't play them kind of games no more. But I still be sad. I want to get to the point. I realize I may never, but I want to get to the point where I just be like, oh, we just weren't for each other. Cool. I ain't been like that since my 20s. My 20s, I ain't think I give a fuck like that. But yeah, so they said that I try to grip onto everything because I feel this lack, like this feeling like I'm gonna lose something before it even happens. And I was like, that's crazy. So, and I confirmed a million times over with like y'all, I was wearing them cards out. I'm like, are you saying that I was in a fire? And I was like, did I die in a fire? And they said, no, I didn't die in a fire. I just lost a lot of stuff in a fire and like basically had to start all the way over in my past life. And that was like one of the most important things that they wanted me to know. So when as time goes on and I think about like more questions, I'm gonna think about like how the fire affected me more and ask some questions about that. But I think I asked all the basic ones. So I think that I want to do that for y'all. But I want to do it in bits, like do a couple of readings. But this time I would ask like what thing happened, what major thing happened in your past life that affects who you are today. So that way I'll get, it'll get something like that. And then we can dig into it with the tarot. And then we could ask with my other deck, what else did you bring to this past life? I mean, to this current life. Like my other deck that's smaller, it said that what I brought, I pulled 5 cards. I don't remember all of them, but I was like, tell me 5 things I brought from the past life to this life. And one of them had me cracking up because I'm like, what the fuck? How does this make sense? But it said I was a knight. And I was like, a knight? Interesting. And then it said that, which means I had to be a masculine, but it said I brought music. It said a priestess, and I was like, okay, that's fair. Um, it said communal living, which now I live communal. Like I've lived communal for a long time. Now my last apartment was maybe 4 years ago now, and I moved in my apartment because I thought I wanted. I had roommates before that, and I was like, I just want to live alone, and I could afford it. It's fine, but after living like that and I got snowed in and my power went off for a day and I fainted to sleep and then like I was so far off the grid nobody could get me and then the hotels were on hills. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like traumatized. I don't really want to live alone. I'm like, I'll live alone when I get a husband or don't fuck around and let me get rich like Casanet. Cause then I'm gonna buy big houses and have all my people stay with me all the time. Like my nieces and nephews that's about to be 18, like when I'm about to graduate, they just gonna be all up in my house. Like I just don't care. Like I don't care to be alone. And then I grew up with it was 5 of us, the siblings, so that's probably a thing. It's like I realize I like having my alone space as a Virgo, but I don't want to be alone. I don't want that. So, and it's not one of those things where like I fear dying alone. It ain't that. It's just that I don't know. I like the option of being able to step outside of my room and harass people. That's really what it's about. So they said communal living, and I was like, I can see that. I can see. If you asked me a couple years ago, I'm like, fuck no, I can't stand people. It's just that I have to like my people. Then yeah, communal living all day. And then I forgot the other thing. Music only makes sense, duh, because I write music. Um, but yeah, that's it. So I'm excited to do y'all's. So I would pull like maybe 2 cards from the big deck that has all the huge definitions because they have 2 sides to them. So I'd pull a simpler side and then a side that would tell about a life event that was important that brought you forward, brought it to this life, and then I would do just pull one other one, like a small one. So yeah, that's probably what we would do today and make it fun. Yeah, because I think Libra's up next on the individual signs, and I forgot the other one. I really don't be paying attention. I just know I just did Aquarius and Sag. But yeah, you guys, I want to go. I forgot what I told y'all I was about to do. Y'all need to play this damn game. What did I tell y'all it was called? Hold on, I'm about to tell y'all. Glow. It's called Glow. Y'all gotta play the game Glow. That's the one I was telling y'all earlier. It was about the fashion designer, like styling the people. It was so cute. Like whoever made this game did a good job. Even when they like fake speak or whatever, they don't talk out loud. You gotta read it, but their facial expressions and mouth movements are so fucking good. I just wish they talked out loud. But it was something I was supposed to look up, but now I don't fucking remember. Oh yeah, my Vedic chart. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get off here before I be sleeping on goddamn live. And shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm monetized. I will tell y'all my story one day when I don't have to repeat it 20 times. Um, because I would keep feeling guilty every time I got a couple new thousand. Because I have YouTuber friends that are quite up there. I just do not. But I was talking to my friend about that the other day. She was like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, but I kind of known them since I was, I want to say I had to be 29, 20, between 27 and 29, somewhere up in there. So I known them for like 8 years. Yeah, 8 or 9 years. So I met them when they were like a medium fry, not a small fry. So, but, but anyway, they tell me the tea. They were like, so two things of advice for y'all that want to be YouTubers. They was like, rule number one, they were saying when you get up there, the numbers go up quick. Like you could get like a good 1K of subscribers in a day. Like that's nothing. But the rule that they told me when you get to like 10K, it's time to move into a gated community unless you're so careful about where you stay. Because I've had they were telling me, so this one is cool. I'm not cool with this YouTuber. I don't know this one personally. I met him. Met him. No, I haven't met him. We were in the same facility. I did not meet him. Um, but my friend was cool at one point with Flight Reacts. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but whether you, if you just Google Flight Reacts so you can see how many millions he have, okay? They were telling me about how when they got to 10K, they lived in just a regular apartment. And it was so scary because this chick, like, just knocked on their door because he used to do this thing called sneaker games. And sneaker games was like a thing, like, damn, oh my God. Y'all know them beauty conventions they used to do? I forgot the names now. Something con, beauty con, where they would go or whatever. Sneaker games was like that. You go and you buy the flyest sneakers. They had different vendors, like the elite sneakers. They would auction them sometimes. Sometimes they just have elite sneakers there that they wouldn't have nowhere else, like the retro Jordans and all kinds of shit that ain't never gonna be resold. So Flight would go there or whatever because he was like a sneakerhead. So he was like really popular. So I guess one of the girls was his fan and fucked around just by him doing videos around his apartment. She fucked around and figured out where he lived at, y'all, and the door. And he never put his door in the damn thing. Like, never. So she knocked on his door and he opened the door and he happened to be live that day. And she was just like, hi. And he was like, how can I help you? And she was like, I'm your biggest fan. And I just wanted to say hi. And he was like, don't ever come to my door again. You are not welcome here. Like, and I felt him because I'm like, bitch, what? You don't go, I don't give a fuck if you knew where Beyonce lived at. If I knew where Beyonce lived at, I would not go fucking knock on Beyonce's door, you guys. Because first of all, I love Beyonce so much. So her birthday is September 4th, mine's the 5th. So basically I'm Beyonce. I'm just saying. I mean, I always tell my sister that. She was like, shut the fuck up. Basically, I'm Beyonce. But I would never go knock on Beyonce's door if I knew where she lived at because I love her so much as an artist. I would never want to scare her. Like, wouldn't you feel, even if it's your favorite person, like, wouldn't you feel bad about putting them in a fearful, paranoid state where they can't sleep because they don't fucking know you? Like, that's weird. So, and even I have a thing with celebrities, unless it's a meet and greet, I don't walk up to them. Like, if I saw a celebrity in the airport or something, I wouldn't be taking pictures or running up on them or the only thing the only way I would do it is if I was going into the bathroom and they were coming out or I was walking into a doorway and they were coming out and I had to speak to them to be like, oh, excuse me, or if they bumped me and were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'd be like, hey, it's okay. Are you da 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 ba ba? Oh, well, I really respect your work. My name is blah, blah, blah. Do you have time for a picture? If you don't, I understand. That's the only way I would do it, but I would never knock on somebody's door. I don't give a fuck if I knew where you are. And then the other YouTuber, Trisha Paytas, she said the same thing. Like, she was like, um, I think she didn't live in a gated community. She lived in a secured apartment, like a luxury apartment. And she was like, this lady, because you know, Trisha Paytas had that pink Jeep. So everybody would know where the fuck she was at with that pink Jeep. And you know, she like Barbie girl, like glitter, everything. Like she said that there was this lady who her 10-year-old or 8-year old, no, it was like an 8-year old, 8 or 7, she was young. The lady's daughter loved Trisha Paytas, but they lived like 3, 4 floors down. They walked up 3 floors, knocked on Trisha's door. And she was like, hi, we just wanted to say hi and get your autograph. My daughter loves you. And Trisha was like, no, what? And I felt her on that. Call her a Karen all you want to. Like, I would have went the fuck off. I would have, get me out, move, break my lease today with no fee. Stop playing with me. Why the fuck are you at my door? I don't care if you know me. Are you crazy? You better catch me in the, you better catch me in that scenario I said while we accidentally bump our shoulders, leaving it, coming in, you coming in the door, I'm going out. Do not knock on my door. You will get the rudest awakening of your life. Like, I'm going to cause all the trouble after that. I'm going to make you sorry. Don't you ever. I feel like that's the ultimate disrespect. And then I'd be like, what? Okay, like, I guess I think I could understand it more if, like, say if you, like, lived on the 15th floor. You get off the elevator. There's 2 elevators. You see, I don't know, Michael Jackson. Get off. And then he's walking in front of you. And you're trying to catch him where you live, girl. LOL joke. Aha. Man, you would never find me. Do you know what's crazy? When I be trying to tell people to come get me, they still be confused when they get here. They be like, I'm lost. Like, they still be confused. But Trisha Paytas was like, or if Michael Jackson got off the elevator, that's what I'm talking about. And then I was like getting off, and I was like, "Is that Michael Jackson?" And I was trying to see, and then he like just went into a door, like his house. I could respect it more if you were like so close behind. If you were so close behind, and I mean a smidget more. But to be watching somebody for weeks and weeks, figure out where they at, and then just one day while they chilling in their house, because she was chilling in her house doing one of those videos she um where she be weighing herself and she just stay in the house drinking water and barely eating. Cause she would do that. Like she'd be like, I'm doing a water diet today or this week for 3 days because I don't have any filming. Ugh, I miss having a gallbladder because I could do shit like that. I miss doing my green juice. Anyway, I, I could halfway respect it, but not where you just not respect it, but get it. Like, because then you're starstruck in the moment, is what I'm saying. Like, you're in the moment, but the premeditation and then coming, no, 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 no. So, anyway, y'all, I'm about to get the hell off here. I'm about to figure out what my Vedic chart is, and then I am going to carry my monetized ass to bed. I promise not to be annoying about it. But just know those shorts are coming today. So yeah, and I gotta post. Oh, I'm like 2 weeks behind on my other channel, so I need to post 2 videos. I got like this Fashion Nova haul that I'm posting of these clothes that I never forget open. And we honking outside. It's too early. But yes, I have to post that. But I love you guys. I will talk to y'all later today. And we're gonna do a past life reading. It's gonna be fun. All right, bye.